Hi everyone, this is Prima and welcome to my channel. Before we start, please subscribe and don't forget to like and share this video. I'm inviting you to join me again in my adventure here at the Ashio Copper Mine in Nikko Tochigi Prefecture. The Ashio Copper Mine was the mining capital of Japan. It supplied the nation's copper industry for about 400 years until closure. A portion of the mine is open to visitors. To reach the place, a trolley train waiting for you to ride. The train goes slowly along the slope, and it is stopped to remove the locomotive. You get off the train and see many dioramas of mining, and miners could be seen in the real place of the mining area. Let's tour inside and learn about the mining industry through the ages. The history of the miners and mining process. It was extremely cold inside the caves. Watch your step, lest you should not sleep on the wet floor. From the ceiling, water drops may fall on your head. The Ashio Copper Mine, located in the town of Ashio Tochigi, now part of the city of Nikko Tochigi. It was a significant site of Japan's first major environmental disaster. This is a famous historical case in Japan, which filled the surrounding area with poisonous gases and polluted water during the late 19th century. Due to the lack of scientific analysis, the exact extent of damage is still unknown. The pollution also triggered changes in the mine's operation that played a role in the 1907 riot. During World War II, the mine was worked by POW, prisoner of war forced labor. Copper deposits were discovered in the area around the year 1550 and established as a mine 1610. In 1611, Ashio was officially listed as a copper mine belonging to the Tokugawa shogunate. Copper from the mine was used in the minting of Kannei Tusho copper coin and was used in the roofing for the shogunate temple of Sojoji in Edo and to construct the famous Nikko Tochigi Shrine. In 1868, the newly established Meiji government of Japan made the modernization of the country by increasing military strength and expanding industrial production. The government established a Department of Industry in 1870 and came to control all industries other than the military. By 1877, mining financed by private capital had grown rapidly. The demand for copper overseas supported the copper industry in Japan. Most of the copper produced in Japan was exported. Copper played an important role in the development of Japan's capitalism, and the main domestic copper producer was the Ashio Copper Mine. In 1880, a new copper deposit was found. With the use of modern technologies, the production of copper increased dramatically. The production stood at 2,286 tons per year. In 1880, people living along the Watarase and Tone rivers began to notice the changes in the water color. The fish perished or become very weak. The river's fish pollution was plummeting, which put around 3,000 fishermen in the area out of work. Ashio mine needed more wood for expansion, and extensive deforestation took place. Because the mountains lost trees which held water, the flood began to happen more frequently. The floods brought pollutants to the rice fields. Many local farmers were left without harvest. In 1896, a large flood follow, causing further environmental damage. The rainwater poisoned land and animals. The residents of the surrounding area also suffered multiple health issues, including sores where they come into contact with contaminated water or soil, chronic arsenic exposure, higher premature death rates, lower birth rates, and in the case of the woman, trouble producing milk. Pollution issues are not the only part of the mountain's dark history. By the early 1890s, people began to protest. Farmers and local politicians in the area surrounding the Ashio Copper Mine were becoming increasingly concerned with the pollution. One of these local politicians was Shozo Tanaka, became the public voice of the protest against Japan industrial pollution. Today, he is considered to be Japan's first conservationist. The protests continued for several years. In February 1907, miners rioted for 3 days, demanding better treatment, and a large portion of the mining facility were destroyed by fire. In 1911, Japan passed law to address industrial pollution. Later, Japan became one of the first countries to protect the environment as a national security priority. The Ashio Mines Excavation Department was closed in 1973. After centuries of mining and the introduction of foreign copper ore into the Japanese market, by this time, the total length of its tunnels and shaft had reached 1,234 kilometers. In 1980, the Ashio Copper Mine sightseeing, a tourist attraction to convey the history of the copper mine. And also, the Furukawa Ashio History Museum were opened in 2008. The Ashio Copper Mine received protection as a National Historic Site. Annually, there is a public association that mobilizes volunteers to plant trees in the Ashio Valley. We can understand how important the role of people is to protect the environment. Ashio can be a living heritage for those in developing countries to learn about human ingenuity and perseverance. We should motivate local people, especially among children, who are the future leaders, to join in environmental conservation and nature restoration. The nation's rapid industrial development may have many positive effects on our economy. However, when development is not controlled, the environment often pays the price. Overall, it is a global issue to establish a positive relationship between sustainable environmental development and industrialization, the quality of life, both in present and future generation. My adventure in Ashio was meaningful experience. The trim riding is exciting and the display are informative. Outside the mine is a small museum with a display on how copper coins used to be produced. Those who are interested in historical places might enjoy these facilities. I hope that you learn more in my adventure here in Ashio Copper Mine. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget to like and share this video. Pakipindot na rin po ang notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa mga video ko. See you on my next video. Mata ne! Arigatou gozaimashita!